updates didn't do a thing.
Where's the rest of your platoon?
Wasted, Sarge.
And we will be too, sir, if we don't get the hell out of here.
You hit Marine?
No, sir.
Then listen up. The chief is gonna jump in this tank, roll across the bridge, and blow up any inhuman son of a bitch dumb enough to get between him and the prophet of regret. Pull yourself together, because you're going with it.
What about that scarab?
We've all run the simulations. They're tough, but they ain't invincible. Stay with the Master Chief. He'll know what to do.
Yes, sir, Sergeant.
Thanks for the tank. He never gets me anything.
Oh, I know what the ladies like.
Hello everyone, I'm RobtheMod. Welcome to part 11 of Halo 2 Anniversary on the Xbox Series X, part 1 of the level Metropolis, as we take the Scorpion tank across the bridge here. And don't do what I do and just rush across, because even though it does work, it's your tank's going to get a little bit damaged. Now, this is what I was on about in the previous level, in part 8, to be fair. It was a long time ago now, but in part 8 when I was mentioning that the ghosts were a little bit weird in the way that they react. You'll see here that they just kind of go around and just spin and blow up, and it's all very, very weird because they don't act like that in other Halo games. They didn't act like that in Halo Combat Evolved, and they don't act like that in 3, Reach, ODST, 5, Infinite, you know. So, I don't know what it is, but they do continuously act like that in this. You'll see, it even happens with the Banshees as well. I wonder if it's something to do with, like, the new models on top of the, like, the original ones, but that doesn't also make sense because, like, maybe it's something just with the underlying version of the game as well. I don't know. Like, Halo 2, like, me, because I'm kind of like, what version of Halo 2 is this based on? Because obviously you had the original Xbox version, and then there was like the Halo Vista version of Halo 2. So that's what the game originally looks like, by the way. I'll be kind of doing that in all the levels, or I've tried to. Try and check if there was a guy on the other side. Don't think there is. So we can't get 4 with us. But yeah, it's, I don't know what it is with the like when you shoot a vehicle with the tank and they just spin out and do all that stuff. There's a word I'm trying to obviously avoid saying. If that's not plainly obvious. It's a word that does not have negative connotations in America, if you're watching this in America, but it does have very, very negative connotations in the UK where I'm from. So, even though it gets used online a lot, and obviously I know what it means and all that, there's no way I kind of want to say it. But it's another word that begins with an S. So, yeah. If you know what that word is, you know what that word is. I'm not saying it. Even though obviously I don't intend to offend, it's just, I don't want to say the word, you know? So, yeah, look at that. They're just going all crazy and everything. It's very, very, like, weird. I'm going to have to Google this afterwards just to see if the, if that's meant to be happening. Like, watch someone else's Let's Play. See. You know what? I'm going to do that now. I'm going to get the,
That's quite a welcome party.
let's get it up. That sounds wrong, but you know what I mean. There's a Halo 2 Legendary walkthrough from IGN. Come on then. Let's have a look, see if any other person has this issue. A little bit. Not as bad as I've had it. Anyway, we get to this toll bridge, or the toll at the end here, and be very, very careful, because if you got all these banshees to deal with, and then you're gonna deal with some wraiths that are gonna come up here. Because originally I just rushed straight down there and blew myself up, so obviously I cut that out. But yeah, and I died a couple of times during this level. Although, to be fair, one of them was not my fault. I mean, I died 3 times. So the first one was that, the second one was not my fault, and then the third one was my fault. But I'll tell you what the second one was and why it wasn't my fault in a second, once we actually get to it. We're back in the tunnel now. I guess that bridge was on the other side of that tunnel, but we obviously didn't see it as we were coming out the tunnel, which is kind of weird. But maybe I should have turned around and had a look. I wonder if, like, originally these 2 levels were supposed to be, like, all part of one, but obviously it wasn't actually possible to do that on the original Xbox. I was trying to take that Warthog, if that wasn't obvious. That's why I got out the tank. But it just, I guess some other Marines got to it and drove off. But yeah, there's a bunch of Covenant up here and then a bunch of Marines, and you can't get through there. You're going to have to just ditch the tank now. And this is where I died. That's the edit point, if it wasn't obvious, because I went through here and one of the Marines blew me up with the rocket launcher. I thought like I'd run into like a mine or something. Especially with like, I can't remember what they said now, but they said just something really weird where I think they just said like dumb bastard or something. And it was just like, I thought they were talking to me, but it was more like, I mean look, they blew themselves up. That's how stupid they are. But yeah, it's just, I was killed by the AI, and it was just, like my friend, the friendly AI, that's the worst thing about it. It was just, I mean, I kind of get my revenge later on. It's not really revenge, but, and it's a completely different character anyway. But yeah, it's just, that's just something that happened. So it may be something you need to be wary of. Obviously, this is an older game. The AI is not amazing. As modern games. Anyway, I've been RobtheMod. Thank you very much for watching part 11 of Halo 2 Anniversary, and I will hopefully see you next time for more. Ta-ra!